was surprised that I could get 8th position even if we use a super soft tire which I chose accidentally. You can see the driver made a mistake in the race, which means he's pushing hard enough. Next time we're going to reduce how much he pushes a bit so he won't make any mistakes. You can also see that he used a bit of stamina throughout the race. If you have a low aggressiveness driver, then he doesn't use any stamina. That's why aggressiveness is important for a driver to go fast. It's sometimes more important than having talent. I had a look at the race replay, and you can see most of the laps he's behind someone. And if you look at the calculator too, if you're not behind anyone, then you have like a clear track, and then your car goes much faster if you have a clear track. And because we're using super soft tires, our car is inherently faster than theirs. That means we're always going to catch up and be behind them. So I think a good strategy would be to choose a harder tire so you have a higher chance of getting a clear track, so you won't catch up to them as often and can do less pit stops. You can see the car worn down a bit, so now we have to use the calculator tool to check which part needs replacing for the race. So I use the calculator tool to see how much the car will wear down after the race, and then I put it into my spreadsheet and calculate it to see how much more wear I can do before it reaches 95%, and I'm going to do some testing and we're going to replace some parts. We're going to use our past setup, and then we're going to try to roughly get the setup tuned, and then we're going to do the testing. I forgot to record the previous week compared to the current week, so I have to do another stint. So I calculated a bit how much each part will weigh, and then I'm going to replace like all of these parts over here, and I'm going to do a bit more testing. accidentally got the calculation wrong, so I went ahead and redo it, so next time I can use it. I updated my gadgets data and I figured out that these parts need to get changed. We're going to replace it with level 2 because you can downgrade and then reduce the wear. And if I can use the calculation properly, you can probably save on replacing an underbody and make it last another race, do a slightly bit less testing. And I look at the calculator tool and it suggests that we should be doing a 2-stop medium. So unlike last time that we just chose the softest tires for Q1 and got stuck with that tire, this time we can choose the correct tire, so we can use the correct tire in the race. I'm going to train my driver, and we saw in the race that he's getting motivated each time, so we're not going to make him more motivated. I'm thinking we're going to try and get him some more aggressiveness so he can push harder, and the ninja class is going to do that. Copy the recommended setup from the calculator tool, and then we're gonna use that as a basis, and we're going to find the correct setup for the car. So we've calculated the optimum setup from what we did, and unlike last time, which we left finding the wing split to the last 2 laps, we did it now, but unfortunately I clicked the wrong button, so I lost another test lap. So we figured out the wing split should be somewhere around 35 to 25. You can see in the calculator tool, the time loss between medium and hard is similar. So I think we're going to choose the hard tire because it's raining at the start, and and then we try to do a 1 stop or 2 stop for the race. His qualifying time is not good, but there's nothing we can do about it. Not sure if he's pushing too hard, and we should make him keep the car on track, or we should make him push harder next time. You can still see this lap time is similar to of the bad laps he did in the testing, so I suppose maybe it's okay. And then we notice Q2 is sunny. The restart is sunny and there's probability of rain. So I think I just got it wrong, because if it's raining at start, then it's probably good to try and put a 1 stop in, but then it might suddenly rain, so if we started on a softer tire would have been optimum. And you can see our calculator tool, which also has the wet to dry conversion. So we know that after 30 minutes there will be no rain at all. And then we look at, put the lap time in here, we see that our first stint has to be 16 laps or so. And it is a high chance of raining. We can just start using the rain tire, and then our strategy using the hard tire would work, because we covered the entire first stint without changing the tire. So we just use the calculator tool to see how much fuel we will need to do 19 laps, which is about 3 laps more than 30 minutes. And then we calculated we need 98 liters of fuel, so we're going to start with 98 liters of fuel. We were comparing our qualifying time to the 5th position on the grid. I think the qualifying time is okay, because we have a lot of fuel, and then he also made a mistake in the Q1, so if he didn't make a mistake it would be like maybe 1.5 second, so that would be really good. We're going to make him use a rain at the start. Last race he was going off track, so we're going to adjust his risk a bit. Also might check to see when he actually went off track, was it overtaking or was he driving by himself? So we can set his race risk more appropriately. So I think he was driving by himself when he ran off the track. So he can keep his defense risk high because he's not going off track when he's trying to defend. So I just found the settings to speed up the race so we can see exactly where he went off. I don't see any graphics of him going off, but he's driving by himself, so it's not he's going off when he's defending. And we can keep his defending risk high. And we're going to drop his clear track risk a bit. We're going to set 10 laps for him to pit if it stops raining, so he wouldn't just start the race and just drive for a lap or two and just pit straight away and just ruins one stop for the first 30 minutes. And since we have given him limited fuel, he would just go on to the dry tires anyways because he only has enough fuel for 35 minutes. Last race I forgot that my calculator also looks at how much wear after each race and changes the setup accordingly, so we're gonna add that in. So even after we changed the wheel values, they didn't change the setup much, but mostly because the wheel from different races of each part doesn't change all that much. Last time we calculated the average temperature throughout the race. This time we're just not going to bother because a few degrees out of 47 is like nothing. And the calculator already calculated the average is about 47, so we're just using 47. So we add a few calculations to our tool, and then we calculated the maximum tire wear for the hard. I guess in the medium, we can only do about 18 laps before it's done. And then we look at there's a total of 53 laps, and then we are going to do about 14 laps in the first stint. We need to cover like 20 laps in the final race. That will add a margin of about 3 to 5 laps at the end. So the hard tires is definitely the choice because you can just do a one stint and start on wet and do a 2 stint of hard at the end. We use this data and calculated the maximum laps and how much fuel we would use. We're going to give it enough fuel for 21 laps, and he's going to do 2 more stints at the end of 21. And we calculated that after 14 laps, which is about 27 minutes, there's 19 and 20 laps left. Also went ahead and decreased the risk even a bit more to make sure he doesn't make any mistakes, because that would be really costly. And then we set up boost laps. We don't want to boost in the first session because we don't know when it's going to rain, and once the track changes, if he doesn't have like 3 or 5 laps when he changes the tire or if it starts raining and he boosts, then he is likely to go off track, and that would be bad. Oh, I've just changed the risk setting a bit again. Since we did ninja training, we only went from 42 to 50 aggressiveness. I think the video ends here. We've done everything for this race. And we can look at the season standings. We're lucky that we got 1 point from the last race. I was not at all expecting getting any points, because I was expecting them halfway through the season and they can't be really fast and will have no chance. But it seems like because we can get some points, and we started 7th and we finished 8th. Yeah, we started 7th and we finished 8th. That means all these new people here, they're not using any calculator tools or anything. That's probably why even half a season later, all the cars are upgraded, they are doing good. Because I'm expecting to be somewhere like 15, 13 back at the pack. But no, we're like at the top positions. So if you want to play this game, it's always mandatory to have calculator tools and all of that. Otherwise it's not going to be possible to be competitive. This game is very difficult and competitive.